Before each killing, this man would strip his victims naked, wrap them in plastic wrap, then recite all their crimes to their faces. Only after his prey had tasted the full horror would he send them to hell. Dexter never killed the innocent. As a police department intern forensic technician, he scoured archives for criminals released due to insufficient evidence. He'd then quietly infiltrate their homes, gather irrefutable proof, and strike. This time, his target was a bald loan shark known on the streets as Handsome Jack, a violent debt collector responsible for numerous deaths. Based on the loan ledger found on his desk and the schedule marked on his calendar, Dexter devised a clever plan. He decided to use himself as bait, first approaching Jack to borrow money. But a skilled hunter always prepares thoroughly. Dexter needed a false identity to avoid arousing suspicion. Though he wasn't adept at forging documents, his colleagues in the lab would surely have a solution.
Hey, you wanna know where I could score a fake ID? You know who you're talking to? I'm like the Da Vinci of identity fraud.
He'd simply claim he wanted to throw a party, but was underage. Being a man himself, Jack would surely understand.
Congratulations, Patrick. You're 24.
Sure enough, having connections made things easy. Dexter found Jack at a sports bar as planned, then smoothly steered the conversation toward sports betting. That's when the list of lenders he'd seen in the notebook came in handy. Just by casually mentioning 2 names and claiming they'd referred him, he easily borrowed $500 from Jack.
The vig is 10%. First payment is due Friday at Ernie's Tap Room.
The plan was halfway successful. Even when Jack demanded ID as collateral, Dexter had prepared countermeasures. He never intended to repay the loan. That Friday night, he arrived early at the bar and deliberately lost all his money at the pool table.
Learning when to take your shot and when to miss was always something I was good at.
Watching his money vanish, Jack flew into a rage. He drew the pistol at his waist and forced Dexter outside. His usual tactic. For debtors who couldn't pay, the best solution was to make them suffer a little. As the gunshot rang out, Dexter flashed a smug, scheming smile. But he immediately feigned cowardice, crying and begging for a few more days' grace. Only after Jack left with a threat did he scramble to his feet and pry the bullet lodged in the tree trunk free. This was the crucial piece of his plan. By matching his ballistics to the case files, he could prove a perfect match. With incriminating evidence in hand, Dexter's killing switch was flipped. It was time to hunt. Though his father Harry didn't want his son to become a killer, he understood his son needed an outlet for his murderous urges. Fighting fire with fire was undoubtedly the best approach. That very night, Dexter quietly infiltrated Jack's home, cut the power, and launched a surprise attack from behind when Jack wasn't looking. When Jack regained consciousness, he thought he was dreaming. Dexter confronted him with his past crimes before transforming into an executioner.